Next, we are going to look at do you think you can win a battle on your own? Does a soldier go all alone to a battle? Does a king go all alone to a battle? So the king will always go to the battle with his army. And what is army? We will learn later. So right now, we will learn what are the different roles and responsibilities people have. These are the different roles. The first set of roles we will see here are these. Have you heard of these different belts? Yellow belt, green belt, black belt, and master black belt. Yellow belt is also slowly going out of fashion now, but still some people are still doing it. Yellow belt is nothing but where you learn the basics. You just understand it's an 8-month training, and people learn the basics like maybe mean, median, mode, all the basic statistics. Then what is DMAC all about? Little bit about what is define, measure, analyze, improve, control. Just introduction, right? And one tool in each of these areas. Then you also learn about what is little bit of lean. Some things of lean you will understand, like maybe what are the different ways and all that, but very briefly. We do not go into detail. So yellow belt is just touching the surface. You're just beating the water on the surface. You're just learning a little bit. So yellow belt, you do get certified, and people do get yellow belt certified. It's an 8-hour training. Many organizations do a 4-hour training. After this, you do not do projects on your own. You can do small improvement initiatives, definitely. But you do not run any full-fledged project, nor are you eligible to train. You're not yet eligible to train. You are just eligible to help green belts or black belts when they are doing their projects. You can work with them. You can help them maybe in a brainstorming session and all that. So that is what a yellow belt does. What does a green belt do? How many hours of training do you think? Most of the places it is around 40 hours. 5 days. Okay, they usually do define, measure, analyze, improve, control 5 days, and they finish green belt. In NIQC, we do more than 40. We do 48 hours, and that is how we do the green belt training. And apart from that, we give you assistance. We have grooming sessions, all that. That is different. But in any organization, you see most organizations spend around 40 hours in training. And green belts can do projects on their own, but with mentorship from a black belt or a master black belt. But they are doing projects, but they do not too big projects, smaller scale projects. And what is the difference between green belt and black belt projects? I will explain to you on what basis they will be different also. So listen to this carefully. First, green belt, yes, they do around 40 hours of training. They will have in-depth understanding of each phase, define, measure, analyze, improve, control. But at the same time, they may not know all the possible tools. Like for example, most places where they teach analyze phase, they only teach 7 QC tools. What you will also learn. 7 QC tools are what is taught for a green belt. Proper hypothesis testing and the different hypothesis tests are usually not covered for green belt. But in NIQC, you will learn a large proportion of all the tests. Okay? And yes, green belts do projects. They do run projects, but they will not train. They will help black belts identify projects wherever there are problem areas. They have also learned. They can also spot problem areas and come back. Definitely, they can do all of that. And they can run projects as well. So that is what green belts do. What about black belts? Black belts have a little more elaborate training, usually 7 to 8 days, sometimes even 9-day training for black belt. Entire Six Sigma concepts in very detailed manner, as well as project management to a certain extent, how to do change management, etc. For example, predefined for you is like almost always 1 day, whereas in black belt it may go up to 2 days. Not may go up to, it does go up to 2 days in NIQC. Predefine alone goes up to 2 days. Measure, of course, 1.5 days. Analyze another 1.5 days. And you learn a lot of other tests in black belt. You also learn like tools like quality function deployment and all that in when you're doing a black belt. And black belts are people who will run bigger scope projects. They usually run bigger scope projects. And they will also identify opportunities for improvement, and black belts can also train. They also are empowered to train and build the quality DNA in the organization. They are people who can train and mentor also the green belts. So any green belt doing the project, the black belt can mentor them. Then the final one is the master black belt. They are usually in the higher upper executive level of the organization. They are in the higher executive level, AVP, VP and all that. So they will be at that level, and they will be responsible for identifying projects, working with the different teams in the organization, and looking at where all improvement opportunities lie. Master black belts do not do projects. They only mentor projects. They can mentor both black belt and green belt projects. And of course, they will do some training and all that, but they are mostly involved, very involved in management and management tactics, working with the CEOs and CFOs, looking at the mission and vision statement, all that, setting up the strategy for the organization, development strategy for the organization. They're all strategic leaders. Master black belts are strategic leaders. So that is the difference between yellow belt, green belt, black belt, and master black belt.